This is a pallet of returned sneakers that I bought on a liquidation website called liquidation.com. This is about $4,608 worth of shoes at retail value that I paid $922 for, and there are 34 different pairs of shoes here. Now, what is the goal of this? I bought all of these with the intention of trying to make a profit within 24 hours. So we're gonna be unboxing these and showing you the condition of each single pair, talking about the retail value and see what we can get out of them. Once we unbox them and show you all the shoes that are inside, we're gonna go ahead and list them on my website, hairsimple.com, and see how much money we can make in 24 hours for profit. I'm gonna take you a little bit through the process of how making orders is and how shipping orders is and that factoring in, but I'm pretty excited to see what's inside of here because I know for sure there's some different Nikes, there's some On Clouds which are hot right now. There's also some random assorted shoes we might not be able to get much money for, but let's go ahead, start opening these up and see how much money we can make today off of these return pallets. So there's different tags for each of these boxes for what type of returns they are. So if we look at this right here, this one says salvage. Now, that means that this box, as well as this box, were quote unquote salvage shoes. Now, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna hope that it doesn't mean that they cut each one or things of that nature. This is gonna be just your traditional returns. They don't have any boxes, I don't believe, but we'll be able to see once we get inside. And they also were delivered like half open. Like, how is this? This is literally how it was delivered, which is crazy to me. So we got 3 boxes and we're gonna go through the price of each because I actually bid on auctions for each of these and they're all from the same seller actually. So this is box number 1 right here. This is gonna have 14 different shoes. The original MSRP was $2,050.32. We ended up paying $206.78 for the entire lot. Now, they do include a manifest when doing this, so you can kind of see like what shoes are inside, but half of them just say assorted shoes. They don't have actual brand or anything, so you don't really know. So I try not to look at those too much because I want to be a little bit surprised, but I also want to make sure that I don't overspend on them. Hey everybody, I just have to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is going to be POIZON. We talked about how POIZON is a fantastic marketplace for snagging the latest sneakers, streetwear, designer pieces, and more. But let me tell you guys about one feature that truly stands out, their legit check service. Now, before we get to that, you guys use your phone to click the link in my bio and legit check your shoes using POIZON. If you're also interested in buying new sneakers, I also got your back. Use code AUTH or AUTH for $10 on your next purchase. POIZON offers free legit check services over all categories, covering over 350 brands and over 100,000 items. They don't just stop at sneakers, they authenticate clothes, luxury bags, watches, you name it. Anything that I'm unsure about, I can rely on POIZON to verify it for me. So today, I'm gonna authenticate these brand new Jordan 4 Nigel Sylvesters. These just came out, they're super hot, and I wanna authenticate them and make sure they're legit. So let's go ahead and give it a verification. All you have to do is select the brand, and it'll prompt you to take a couple different photos of the shoe to verify that they're legit, and then it'll go ahead and give you the results. It's an efficient and convenient service that's available 24/7. If you're wondering how they do it, POIZON uses a combination of AI technology and human experts for an unbeatable accuracy and reliability. Their industry-leading authentication process is truly top-notch. That simple, we'll press submit, wait for our results. And just like that, we got the results back and it's a pass. The results came in super fast, came in within 3 minutes, and fortunately, they're legit. You can get a free legit check by clicking the link in my bio on your phone. Don't forget to use my code AUTH, off $10 on your next purchase. So let's start with the first box here and see what we have. I'm already seeing some Clarks and some women's shoes. So inside, we have, first thing, something that's gonna relate to our space, which is Panda Dunks, which is a good shoe for us because this is one that we know we can sell. This can be a normal return. We have the second pair here, which looks like these have been used. I wonder how much they use these and return these, but pretty decent shape here. Something that we can get at least a little bit of money out of. We just sold a pair on my website for 60 bucks or something like that, but these are gonna be a size 7. On the manifest, they have these as an original MSRP of $175, which to me, they're floating that up a bit because MSRP on these or retail on these is going to be like $100 or $90 at this point. So that's the first pair there. That's gonna be an easy one for us to sell. When it gets to these other ones is when we're gonna have some difficulties, and at the end of the day, there might be some shoes that we can't sell that we end up donating, but we'll find out once we get there. So I'm gonna kind of move these boxes. No matter what, we're gonna try to sell everything, even if it means that selling some stuff at $2, $3 just to recoup some of the cost. Because that $922 is a lot, but that includes taxes and buyer's premiums. At the end of the day, we ended up paying, it was $111 before buyer's premium and taxes and stuff for this. So if you think $111 is not bad, we really paid $552, but there was $400 in fees, which is what comes in to this. So next up is gonna be some Clarks. Now, These are like melted together. Okay, these are nice shoes. Oh wait, are these actual Clarks? Yeah, they're Clarks. Clarks Originals. These are really nice. I actually remember having a pair like this back in the day. This does not seem to be really worn. I mean, maybe it's worn a little bit, but we have that little sticking together, but the quality on these is really nice. This is a US 8.5 men's, and this one is an 11.5 men's, so we have two separate sizes, but we do have more pairs in here. Let's see. I'm banking on some of this stuff like this to make us the money rather than some of the other pairs. Okay, here we go. What is, this has tape on it. Oh, I guess it's showing some errors maybe, and like, that's probably what it is right there. This is just like some adhesive. Looks like that's where the errors would be, but we'll be able to point those out and when we're selling. Let's see how much those go for. Obviously, we're gonna sell them at a discounted price. So the original retail on those was $150 for both of those pairs, which is good. There's a similar pair on sale at DSW for $67. I think that we would probably list these around the $18 mark, but we'll have to see how that goes once we go ahead and start getting it listed. I think around 18 to 20 bucks, 50, like we gotta start seeing how much we can pull out of it. The only problem is when we get into stuff like this, we have a lot of like women's shoes. We have AGL women's shoes, which looks like they're just pointing out some scuffs or something on them. My audience is 95% male, so these are not going to do a ton for my audience, but you never know. Maybe someone wants to shop for their spouse or something like that, because we got some freaking heels here. This is a pair of Schuts, women's high heels. So as we were about to list certain shoes like the women's shoes on the website, we had an idea to switch it up. Instead of listing on my website for like $2 or $3, all the women's shoes that we think would be worth it, we're gonna take to Plato's Closet and see how much money that they'll give us there. Now, we're gonna get less than what they're worth, but we'll definitely think we'll get more than my website. And I think it's a better opportunity to see what we'll actually get. Now, we're gonna do that afterwards, and so we'll take all of the pairs. We'll show you guys after each box which ones are going to Plato's Closet and what we end up getting for that. That'll be up on the screen, but we're gonna go ahead, just wanted to let you guys know that. That's probably the better idea for us than going and just trying to sell them for $2 on my website. Let's see, we got some On Clouds. So obviously On Clouds are like probably like the most worn and popular shoe nowadays. This one looks like in really pretty good shape. These are gonna be a waterproof pair that are a size US women's 9.5, so a men's 8. Looks like a solid pair there. Looks like they maybe were barely worn, and they're a black, just running shoe. This is one I think that we can actually get some money close to the Pandas out, because these are hot. These are hot, so good to have those. Next up, we have more women's heels. These are gonna be ones that, with my audience, somebody can get steals. I might list these at like $3, $4 a pop for each of them, and somebody can buy all of them if they want, just so we can get some, you know, bigger flips. There's that pair, the flip-flops right there. These look like they fit my mother. I can't see a size, it doesn't fully matter. We got, what are these? They're supposed to be like Gucci shoes, a little bit smaller. Sam Edelman. These look nice, they're nice quality too. Yep, retails $161 on these. Wow, these high heels are $162. So somebody can get those for a steal. We got some more heels. Again, ones that are gonna be not great for us on the sale. Was anticipating that. These MSRP was $200. We got a pair of Minnetonka slippers.
That's a good brand.
Yeah, these are good. Nice. These look like pretty much new on there. Size 8 men's. I think this is like a solid one. I mean, coming up, it's gonna get cold soon. I think that's a good sell. We have some Uggs, which there's a couple of Uggs in these boxes, which is a good thing for us because Uggs is such a popular brand. So these are Ugg slide-ons. Look like they have a watermark on there. Potentially could be cleaned. Not in bad shape at all, barely worn. It looks like it still has a sticker, and some fuzzy slippers. I think this is gonna be another good one that we're gonna focus on the ones like over here as the ones that we know are gonna be able to bring us some money to help recoup the cost. And then the other ones are just gonna be supplemental. Like, we're gonna try to sell these. We might have them sit in stock for a while, but we'll see. This is going to be a pair of Franco Sarto women's shoes. Monroe, big pair of women's shoes. This is like a men's size. It says 11 women's, so it's like a 9.5 men's. That's all those for the first. Ooh, On Cloud actually came with some extra laces, so that is definitely a plus. So, first box there. Now, we've sorted out what we think is gonna be the money makers and what is gonna be stuff to just kind of help us. The main kicker for this is obviously gonna be these and the On Clouds. All these here though, not as much. So it's time to list box number 1. We'll show you guys what we list them at and the prices and all of that. Get them things listed so we can get them sold and ready to go. All right, so we got box number 1 listed, ready to go, and we have our general values where we're at. This is box 2. This is gonna be the most expensive box out of the pallet, and that is because of what was inside. Now, on these other ones, nobody really bid up much on me. Like, I got it for 111 straightforward. This one was actually bid up to like 330. That was actually a decent bid, and the MSRP of this one is $1338.79. Compared to that last one, the MSRP is $20.50. We paid almost double for this, and it's a lesser MSRP. It's the shoes that are inside that actually make this one really good. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we can get into. I believe there's a lot more shoes that are gonna be worth selling for us. So first up, we got a pair of On Clouds. These are the Cloud Techs. So this is a smaller size, but this one a little bit used. The On Clouds are definitely shoes that are gonna be where our value is. Like I said, ones that I focused on. These ones are called Salvage. So they are a little bit more worn definitely than those, but still think it's worth something that somebody would want to buy. MSRP on the On Clouds is a little bit higher. Yeah, the Cloud Techs brand new are $170. I think that's a solid $20, $25 shoe. We got a pair of Air Max 270s here. These are definitely more worn. Definitely more worn than expected. Wow. I mean, I get it with the salvage, but those are definitely worn. I was hoping pairs like that wouldn't be as worn, but it is salvage. This is a pair of women's shoes. Oh, it's just like a heel thing to help somebody not slip. Pair of women's shoes right there. Not as bad condition. I wonder how they even got all of these. We got a pair of Uggs here. Uggs are definitely a big help with our value. This is literally my wife's size, and she's had 2 pairs of these, and the Uggs are expensive, so this is a good one right here. Uggs, great one. We got another pair of On Clouds, but these On Clouds look another one pretty worn. This box may end up being I think this box may end up being an L. I don't know who was bidding against me. Definitely thought it was good with the On Clouds. Got some women's boots. We got, what are these, Tevas? Those are like off-brand Tevas. Oh no, they're Tevas. Pair of Tevas that are definitely used. Got some Steve Maddens here. Another one that'll probably be just a few bucks for somebody if they wanted to buy them. Pair of On Clouds, another good one right there. Used. Definitely used. And how do these returns that are that used? Oh, these are beat and heavy. Super used. And then we got a pair of Converse here. It's looking in pretty good shape. Oh yeah, these are in good shape. This is gonna be a good one. Pair of Converse, size 9 women, so 7.5 men's. That's in good shape. So there are all those pairs. We're gonna get to listing these, but I have a feeling after all the tax and fees, we're losing money on this, for sure. This is not a good box. This is a bad box, bad buy. First one, I think we'll definitely make money back off of. The 111 was the price we paid, but these other ones, not looking good. Time for box number 3. Let's get the hopes back up. I believe there's an Air Force One in this box, so that should definitely help us. Because this one I paid $200 for again. It was like 111, so let's see what we got. Yep. Oh, I think this is gonna be a good one. Ooh. Dang, those are used. Dog. Air Force Ones, pretty, oh, that heel drag. Oh. That's pretty crazy. Size 10.5. They're still worth something at the end of the day. These Uggs were like super popular last year. These are in pretty good condition. I like.
No.
Dang. That first box is solid. This one is not. Pair of On Clouds. This is men's sizing, so a lot of those others were women's sizing. This is pretty used, but it's a men's 12. Nice bigger sizing. Pretty used though. Another pair of On Clouds here. Ooh, I saw some Uggs that are just destroyed in there. Size 9.5. That's a $2 shoe.
Homie.
What happened?
You know what I think this is? So brands, you know, like On Cloud and those other brands, they take shoes back, like Hoka, without even saying anything.
Yeah.
This is them making money off of those shoes that they took back.
Well, it's Nordstrom, and Nordstrom has a very lenient return policy. Like, very lenient, obviously, clearly. Got a pair of women's high tops here. We've got some Tory Burch high heels. Again, if I had a women's audience, that would probably be better. We got a pair of Nike, I don't even know what these are, but they're insanely beat. Nike, and then we got a pair of Converse to end it off. I think at the value of 111, we can make that back, but the taxes and stuff. Luckily for this, we have these videos, as we always say in these, that we can help recoup the cost of taking these risks to try these things. But let's go ahead, get the third listed, and then we will roll the clock 24 hours. Maybe we'll check in here and there and see where we're at as far as getting our money back. I'll be happy if we can get to that 550 number of what we spent on everything. But then the taxes and fees, that extra 350, that's gonna be harder in my opinion to get to, but let's go ahead and get these things listed. All right, so we have our bags of shoes here now. We're gonna go ahead, take them into Player's Closet and see what we can get. We're probably gonna have to drop them off, and they'll probably take like a couple hours to get us the value, but that's okay. I don't know the total count, but we'll get it once we get in there, the amount of shoes that we have, what they take, what they don't, how much we get from them. So let's go inside. All right, so that Plato's Closet said they're not buying today, which happens a lot. So there's another place that I've heard is better. My wife goes there often. It's called Uptown Cheapskate. They have a bunch of locations all around Atlanta, north, south, whatever. So there's one like 10 minutes away. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get a better deal there too. Plato's is like hit or miss, and I think they just have too much stuff. Everybody's been selling to them. So Uptown Cheapskate, it is.
With a payout of store credit of $112.50 or 90 cash.
I'll do 90 cash.
All right, so 90. We got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90.
All right, so they only took 8 shoes, but 90 bucks is really good. I would have taken 90 for all of them. We still have like 10 left. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I feel like I'm gonna put them up for $1 and try to get rid of them, but there's still like 10 pairs in there. But I'm happy with 90 for all those pairs. All right, so I just got the first batch of orders in. This is a lot of it here. Only stuff that is left now is right here. So condensed down to one box, that's all together in one order. Now I haven't done a full push on my Instagram yet, so that will be like the biggest push. So we had the sales from Uptown Cheapskate, and then we also had some of the sales at the website. There's about 7 sales. It took about 11 or 12 pairs. So I think that's good so far. We probably have another 12 hours in the day where we can post and actually get these out. Did it all through Shopify, not an ad or anything, just letting you guys know, and got it all shipped out. We gave ourselves a timeline of about 24 hours to see how much money we can make back, and I'm here to report back with how much we made. Now, first things first, Uptown Cheapskate, we got $90 for the women's shoes. Now, this is really good because I was probably gonna get maybe a third of that if I tried to sell them myself. Now, they did leave us with an additional amount of shoes left. I think there's about 7 different pairs of shoes. I listed those on my website. I put them up for $20 for all the pairs, and those sold, so we got another $20 out of it, bringing us to about 110. Now, every single item sold except 4 items. That left us with a total sold in 24 hours of $304. Now, we have about $49 left on the site, bringing us to a total of about $349, bringing us to a complete and utter loss. Like I always say on these videos, I'm willing to take these risks because I can make the money back off of these videos. Now, I took a bigger risk on this one because that salvage shoe option I figured would not be as bad based on the photos, but it turned out to be even worse than based off the photos. Now, I have 100% faith I'm gonna make the money back from this video, from what I spent on it, but this just shows that when you're going and doing these buyings, sometimes it's not gonna come out on top. Now, I bought 2 of them for $111 each, and the third one was about $300, so I was about $500 in, so a $200-something loss. Now, that's not good, and the goal of these videos is not to lose money, and so we're gonna take this, we're gonna learn from the next time, and if we do buy a pallet again, which every time I buy from liquidation.com, there turns out to be way worse condition than I anticipate. There's some websites that I buy from that are like liquidation pallets and things of that nature, and they're actually pretty good. We end up getting a positive gain. We've had gains in the past. But with liquidation.com, I don't think there's been one purchase that we made that's not been bad and not been a loss. So I think last time I bought off there, I said I'm not doing it again, but that was for some electronic stuff. This was shoes, and I took it out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Harrison, signing out.